Hi, this is the young dragon Douggie Mathews, and this is my Brit Rest journey.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Big Wavy Roy Johnson here.
This is the professional Nathan Cruz.
Yo, this is Man Like Doris.
Hi, this is Tom Thurber.
This is Benji.
This is the Asian sensation Kanji.
This is the Nightmare Fuel Hustle Malone.
This is Joe Rage, the heavyweight classic.
This is Mad Dog O'Doherty.
This is Tonga.
I'm the Breaker, Carl Kingsley.
This is the infamous Cameron Solis, and you're listening
to
Broken but Glorious.
Broken but Glorious.
To Broken but Glorious podcast, because like me, you are head to toe a pro.
Hello and welcome to my Brit Rest journey on bbgwrestling.com. I'm Chris Lappin. I'm delighted to welcome back. I'm delighted to welcome back Douggie Mathews. How you doing this evening, Dougie?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm really good. Really, really good.
Good.
Yeah, huge thanks for joining me again.
It's good to be back on, mate. It's good to be back on because, like I told you before, it's literally my first thing to do with wrestling.
Wow.
This year. Like, I've not wrestled, mate. It's just good to be doing something in some capacity.
Oh, cool.
So genuinely, cheers for getting me on again, mate. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't believe it's about 2 years since you've been on. I think it was like early 2020.
No, don't stop lying. 2 years. That's.
I think it was. I think it was about April 2020.
Jesus,
because
it's mad what a virus can do to time. You know, it just flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we were convinced that the Vessel Island versus Britannia show was still going to happen in June because we were promoting that show.
Mate.
You did it.
That was the one that was advertised for Ellesmere Port, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was going to be you and Joey versus Paradox.
I was so looking forward to that. Like, I'll speak about it for a minute because, like, that time when. Obviously, the no DQ happened at Ireland where me and Zach obviously powerbombed RJ Silver through the tax.
Yeah.
Ow. We were just so excited for things to develop from that point on because we could have done something special with that. There were a lot of people. Obviously, Pete was involved. The Britannia promoter at the time, Steve Saxon was involved. Pitbull, Dave Faulkner. Every lad that was involved, even Max and Greenwood, every lad that was involved, we could have done something so special with that, all of us. Because we all inputted, we all had different ideas, we all had little tweaks to where we wanted it to go. And it was just, it was a shame that COVID hit when it did, because I was saying this to Steve Saxon the other day on Facebook, because I think it was Pete. I think Pete put something on Facebook about with the footage of the Powerbomb thumbtack spot.
Yes,
and yeah, I just couldn't help but just say this is just where it was at over the past 2-3 years. That was my favourite time.
I was so looking forward to that. That storyline was so great. An 8-man tag team, you, Joey, and the Dogs of War versus Paradox headlined that show. Because the heat Paradox were getting in Britannia and the heat that you were getting at Wrestle Island, it would have been like the crowd would have been. With Britannia and Wrestle Island at that time, I've never felt better in a ring performing because you've got during like the Alpha Gen stage when I was getting really, really good heat. Yes.
Not just off the Wrestle Island guys, but off the fans in general. It was just like, Jesus. And I have to give kudos to Mad Dog Mike Angus for that with all the swimming jokes. Honestly.
Yes, definitely.
Mad Dog was such a key part in getting me over on that year. It's unbelievable. So shout out to Mad Dog Mike because he is an absolute class geezer. But as well, it's like you go and then you hate it at Britannia, but then you go over to Wrestle Island and you just get that times 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know why, it was just really enjoyable, mate. Like when me and Joey ran in that thumbtack spot again. Oh mate, I was watching the footage and I saw an Island fan. I think it was Graham Williams.
Yes,
he was not happy at all. Like, you could see him. You could see the veins in his bloody brain just wanting to explode. He was pointing. He was not happy with me and Zach, and stuff like that. It's good. And then as well with when I turned face at Britannia, like that was weird as well because I was a heel going into the triple. Actually, no, I wasn't a heel going into the triple threat. I kind of turned face after the Alpha Gen title match, and then
it was kind of like Chase was the uber heel and Jack was the uber face, and you were just like this
I was just there
and it
in
was,
between.
I loved that feud. I was just. I spoke to Chase last week, and he was gutted.
Yeah.
He was loving that storyline, and he was gutted.
Oh, mate,
he goes, I'm looking at the belt now, and I don't know if I'm still the champion because then he's not asked me.
I spoke to Chase briefly on Facebook as well, and I was saying, "Oh, Chase, you're the longest reigning champ, mate. Well done." So, but I can second him there because the Alpha Gen era. Well, the Saxon Alpha Gen era, to say the least, is one of my with the Wrestle Island Britannia stuff as well. The Alpha Gen era at Britannia was my favourite time ever in wrestling, specifically because of the fact that I could have really good matches with Jack, and I could have these little feuds with Chase, and us three can work together in different capacities. And it was, it was like, I was a bit of an in-betweener because how we built that title match to be, obviously, at the time, my character was just losing all the time. He lost to Jack Griffiths in the semi-finals of the tournament. Then he gets a shot and loses in 5 seconds. Then he has he has one shot and he loses. Then he loses again in 5 seconds. And then the third time, when it actually comes to a submission match, he finally gets the win fair and square.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes, 10 seconds later, I still remember the exact time.
Yeah.
I still remember it. And obviously then Chase comes out, screws me over. And then the night doesn't stop there. I get thrown out of the Rumble in 3 seconds as well.
Yeah.
So we were building it up to be right. He's a bit shit, but then he finally gets his limelight, and then it gets taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted that sympathy off the fans, I think, just a little bit. Definitely. But going into that triple threat, obviously, we didn't know what to expect because there were fans in the crowd at that point who were cheering for me. So we didn't really know what to expect in that triple threat. And then when it came to the end of that match, when obviously I get hit over the head with the belt, and me and Jack naturally shake hands. It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned for me and Jack to shake hands, but we shook hands, and then obviously the face turn happened, and then COVID hit. And so that came to a halt as well with the Paradox stuff, and it was a great time in wrestling for me and the lads that just got brought to a halt, and it was a real shame, but it is what it is, mate.
Yeah, it's a real shame that Paradox are now broken up, and we will never get that 8-man tag unless.
Oh, mate, Chris, don't make me upset, mate. Don't make me upset.
So you had them 18 months to to rest your body, evaluate what worked well, what hasn't worked well over the last couple of years. So did you make any tweaks to your character or to your moveset when you returned?
Well, yes, to be fair, I did. I've always struggled for character anyway. I know that the guys that I work with can say that. Mm-hmm. And so I've been speaking to Sparks Williams, Mr. Williams,
yes,
as most people know him. Shout out to him as well, because when wrestling returned, he's been the push for me to try and get my character somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean? So he's really helped me along the way, and I thank him a lot for that. The tweaks that I've made to my character, I heard a lot of people say this, the best characters can be just you bumped to 11.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the real me, I don't know how to describe me, mate. I can be boring, but sometimes I can be boring. Sometimes I can be funny.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I just switch into different moods all the time.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So it's quite tough for me to judge, right, what do I go off? I knew that back before COVID, if I could go out to a crowd, I could just be an absolute,
mm-hmm.
just shout at people and I'll get heat. But I think there always needed to be more. So obviously speaking to Sparks, I mentioned to Sparks about like, obviously the Welsh thing, because obviously like, if people don't know, if whoever's watching, if they don't know this about me, I'm quite a proud citizen of Wales. So I take massive pride in being a Welshman. And so I kind of wanted to go into something like that. I didn't want to be like full on Welsh, you know, coming out with a flag and stuff like that. Waving the flag, like, you know, the proper cringy stuff, the proper cringy house show stuff. But no, so I was thinking, right, how can I show my patriotism in a different way? So I was speaking to Sparks, and he said, right, show your patriotism through your promos. Speak about like what I'm going on now is the Young Dragon of the North Wales Collective, because number one as well, the idea of that actually came from like the Young Lions stuff for New Japan, because with how Douggie Mathews is, he loses a lot of the time. So that says, right, okay, if he's losing all the time, he's got a very long way to go. He's got a lot of progression. He's got a lot of work to put in. So the Young Dragon thing kind of originated from that, because basically at the moment, Douggie Mathews is a rookie, and I think that's perfectly shows. Yeah, it shows that I'm a rookie. My match with Isaac North, just gone in Britannia, shows that I'm a rookie, because I just get handed. Like, I just get destroyed. I get a few moves in there. It gets to the point where I'm knocking him down and people are like, oh, he's going to do it. And then I miss a moonsault. And, you know, basically just making silly mistakes as rookies would do. So yeah, that's where the Young Dragon came from. And obviously Dragon being, you know, the Welsh thing.
Yes, definitely.
So, and then I was speaking to Sparks, right? Yeah. So he said, yeah, show your patriotism of your country through your promos. Talk about the history of the Welsh Dragon, St. David. Go into that and how that fuels you to be the man that you are in the ring. And we've been the fun part of it as well. Fun part about like talking about characters and, you know, move sets and stuff is like coming up with like finishing move names. Like I was thinking of me and Sparks said, a Code Red would be a pretty sick finish, and you can call it the Fireball. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah,
that's all right. Yeah, that's quite banterous. So I was like, you know what, I'll take that. That's quite cool. But I think with move sets, I've now got a finish that I'm happy with. That's, again, I've always been a person to like dip in and out of different finishes. And I think I've finally found something now that I'm happy with. It's a submission finish. I call it the Dragon's Lair, because it's like, right, okay. I'm like, right, okay. Because, and again, Spark said something like, right, you've got the Dragon's Lair as a finisher. Use it in your promo now. Tell your opponent, look down the camera, tell your opponent, if I get you in that Dragon's Lair, there is no escape. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, little things like that. Just trying to use your patriotism of a Welshman to your advantage in your promos. And as well, trying not to use the flag as much, but I will use the flag, you know, but not as much as other people would. Like on my gear, I've got dragons on my gear.
Yeah.
Again, that's just, and they're not red dragons either, they're gold dragons, you know, because the black and gold thing, you know, I just like the black and gold for some reason. And as well, like, you know, gold is what dragons, gold is what dragons crave. Do you know what I mean? That's what dragons collected to put in their keeps and their lairs. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that, little things like that. But it's obviously still a work in progress, mate. I feel like I've progressed from where I've definitely progressed my character from where it was pre-COVID to where it is now, and obviously I have to thank Sparks for that as well, because any time Sparks had an idea, he'd message me, anytime I had an idea, I'd message him. We just bounced off each other, mate. And actually, shout out to Dominic De Windsor as well for designing my gear, and shout out to Vicious Wrestling Gear as well for creating it, because I love it. I absolutely love my new set of gear.
It is mint. Yeah, I saw that on your page today. So.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. Love it.
Yeah, but you're only like 18, 19, are you? So
yeah, I just turned 19. Well, I'm nearly 20 actually. Nearly 20. I'm 20 in April. Yeah, so yeah, mate. It's scary to say, mate, but it's I'm becoming an adult now, and I don't know how to.
Yeah, I think you're either just turned 18 or you're about to turn 18. Last time we spoke.
So, I don't know how to cope with that, because I'm always used to, just it's hard to say, but
I turned 40 last year, so it's not.
Yeah. With like my personal life as well, like outside of wrestling now as well, I kind of feel like I'm getting somewhere with my personal life as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've struggled to look for work. Do you know what I mean? So and I'm now working, which I'm really happy with. And I've got a good group of mates, very good group of mates. I wouldn't have my group of friends any other way at this point. We do like to go out a lot, go on nights out, and it's. Living the life, really, mate. But what do we need in my life now? I just need some wrestling, mate. That's all I need.
Definitely.
Ahoy, scallywags around the world, and this is the Pirate Prince, Joey Marcus, the natural-born scallywag, and you are listening to Broken but Glorious.
So was your first match back that Britannia at the Red Line against Starks? Was that your first match back?
My first match back from COVID? No, actually, I don't think it was. Because it was near the summer that wrestling returned, wasn't it?
I think
from COVID.
Was this? I think this is the end of July, beginning of August, maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm positive that my first match back was for MegaSlam.
Oh, nice. Oh, sound.
I think it was. I was down at MegaSlam and I wrestled a guy called Kane Taylor. I've wrestled Kane Taylor before. I think I've wrestled him maybe once or twice before that MegaSlam match. I love working with Kane. Shout out to Kane. I think Kane's just turned 17 or maybe turning 18. He's massive. He's absolutely huge, mate. Like he will be like a superstar one day, I guarantee. I think he's just made his debut for All-Star Wrestling as well, which is huge for his age as well. It's unbelievable. So he's getting round. He's getting round very well. But I think that was in Bridlington as well.
Oh wow!
In the Bridlington Spa for MegaSlam. I enjoyed it. It was a completely different experience.
I went to the MegaSlam in Liverpool, and it's Joel's 16, and he didn't really enjoy it as much. But Isaac 6 loved it. Team Nasty versus Team MegaSlam. Just loved the whole storyline.
Obviously, like MegaSlam stuff, it's very camp show based, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's I think it's a solid show. I think the guys that they've got are brilliant. Obviously, at the moment they've got guys on like Martin Kirby, Colt Miles. Colt Miles is a great guy. Shout out to Colt. He's very good professional. Who else is there at the minute?
When we went, they had Sticks. They had Mickey Barnes.
Yuano Raw, Scottish guy. Shout out to Yuan, because he's a legend, mate. Shout out to him as well. I worked with Yuan at WAW. I did. That's when I first met him. Yeah, great guy. But yeah, first match back was MegaSlam, and then I think the week after that I was at Lion Wrestling Promotions with Aaron Sharp.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I can't say a bad word about Aaron Sharp's promotion whatsoever. I think what he's doing with his training school, he's got really promising seniors coming up, and it's great to see that his junior classes as well are taking off a bit. Like you can tell how much Aaron specifically enjoys teaching wrestling. You can just see it through how he does things at the training school. And when I went down there in Skegness in August time, I think I wrestled Kane Taylor. again.
Oh, wow.
And, I got not a bad thing to say about any of the guys that were working, any of the fans, anybody, just all really welcoming people who just love professional wrestling. Yeah. So I couldn't say a bad thing about Lappin Wrestling Promotions. They're a great company, and I recommend anyone who wants to get really good wrestling experience as a young aspiring pro, or even if you are a seasoned pro, it's a really great company to work for, and I'd recommend anyone go there because it's fantastic.
Yeah, Kane Taylor's name's come up quite a few times in the last couple of months on the podcast, so it's somebody I'm going to have to look out for.
Oh yeah, do look out for him. Look out for him. He's a good lad.
Yeah. So you had that match with Starks at the Red Line. That was a lot of fun. You played
that was a great day.
I love it.
That was a great day because so me and Stocks were planning in the back, and I think it was it was either Pitbull or Saxon came up to us and like, right lads, you're out in 2 minutes. We probably around halfway through the match, so we were like, right, we'll call it on the fly. I'll see you out there. All right, sound nice one. So we went on the fly, and that's something that I'm trying to get used to as well. That is the one thing that I'm working on in training at the minute. Whenever I go, I try to have a match on the fly with anyone, because I feel like that's what I need to improve on.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's the main thing, because anyone can plan a decent match. Anyone can plan a basic match, but there's only so many people that can go on the fly and do it on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to train my brain to use initiative. Do you know what I mean? And to get a match that makes sense psychologically by using my initiative. It's a tough thing to do, and it takes a lot of years, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm seeing improvement every week. But yes, the Stocks match. So yeah, we had it on the fly. It was a good little match.
It was fun, yeah. I was just saying, it was hilarious. The kids were giving you loads of abuse. He was like, "I'm not a chick."
Oh yeah, there was one girl that was like giving me abuse before I got in the ring, and all I had to do is just point at her.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I said. It was really tame. It wasn't anything nasty. I pointed at her and I said something really tame, and then the next minute she's just crying, mate. It's just like, oh Jesus Christ, what have I done? So I get in the ring. I think, was it Max Davis ref in that day?
He refed the first half, and then DJ ref the second half.
Either way, I think he came up to me, and the ref came up to me, and he was like, "Oh, look what you've done, mate. Go and apologise." I was like, "Well, mate, I can't really apologise now, can I? Because I'm in character." And then but the kids were giving me a lot of grief that day. But I think the best thing about that day for me, obviously, it was a warm summer's day, like.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah.
And I think it was because I had the singles match, then I had the 6-man.
Yeah.
And then I walked out in the 6-man with 2 cups of water, didn't I? Because there was this old guy who said, because you lost, buy a round. And I was like, right, okay, sound, I will buy a round. He didn't obviously specify what drink he wanted, so I was like, all right, yeah, sound, I'll get 2 tap waters. Why? Because it's free. So I take them out, and I was like, right, mate, here's the round. And then literally a second later, Pitbull comes up behind me and just splashes one in my face. So I was like, right, okay, are we playing this game? I just knew. Yeah. I just knew after that, this just isn't going to stop. This isn't going to stop. And what happens in the battle royal? I get 2 more cups of water. And the same thing happens again. Stupid, Doug. You should have learned. But yeah, it was a fun day, and it was good. It was good to do like an outdoor show again.
Yeah, it was a fun day out. It was only like 15 quid for all of us to get there on the train, and then it was like.
But one thing that I really enjoy in wrestling that I haven't had for a good couple of years is BWP's Carnival season.
Yes,
where we go all over Wales. So we go to places like Anglesey. We've been to Denby, Abergele,
We went to the one.
Everywhere
We went to the Bradley Festival in Wrexham.
Oh, the one in Wrexham, yeah. So
Yeah,
they've done Wrexham, they've done Moston as well. Moston, where my grandparents are from. Obviously, they're no longer there anymore because stuff happened. But yeah, they've my tide's over there now. Obviously, my gran is no longer with us. But yeah, they were over in Moston, and my driving instructor is from Moston as well. My driving instructor is quite deep. Well, my former driving instructor, because now I've passed. I'm on the road. If anyone needs a lift, Doug's your man, book me. But yeah, So yeah, Moston again. I would have loved to do the Moston Carnival for BWP, but I think I was at Superstar Pro that day.
Yes,
we'll
come on to next.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So yeah, the Carnival season for Britannia is probably my third favourite thing in wrestling.
Yeah, that was the Wrexham was such a fun day. Yeah,
below the Alpha Gen era with Saxon and the BWP Wrestle Island stuff. The Carnival season is one of my favourite things because, you just go, it's nothing too serious.
No.
It's nothing too serious. It's not like a town show. It's not like a venue show. And you can you just go out, you can wrestle 2 or 3 matches and just have the most fun you've ever had.
Yeah, I think they had like 4, 5 to 8 minute matches and then a battle royal. And then an hour break, and then it's the same again. Just mixed them up.
Yeah, just
another battle royal. So.
Just short, sweet, but action-filled matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do anything in these matches. If you wanted to. Like I think the last Carnival season that I did. No, the second to last Carnival season that I did. I kind of had a feud with this Batman that did like carnivals, he obviously dresses up as Batman and goes around, making kids happy and that, lightening up that day. Oh, it's Batman, yeah, sound. So I saw Batman one day at Denby Carnival, and I was just like, right, my matches have been all right, but this will pop. Get Batman in, and we're gonna have a test of strength. So we get Batman in the ring, and there's photo. I will send you a photo of it because I do have a photo somewhere on my phone. But there's me and Batman going to lock up. So we do that, and then Batman and then I start getting angry with Batman because obviously he's a lot stronger than me. So I start getting angry at him. I go to hit him. He pops me in the stomach, and I go straight into a tag match.
Yeah.
And then at Abergele, I think it was 2 weeks later, we saw the same Batman. So I was like, boys, Batman's here. Boys, Batman's here. Batman is here. And literally, as soon as I saw Batman, I ran straight over to Pitbull. And I was like, Sam, there is no negotiation here. Batman is winning that battle royal today. I do not care. He is winning. No, I am the booker today. Batman is winning that battle royal. So I'm doing a tag team match, and then we see Batman coming running over. So I was like, oh, fucking hell. He's going to have to cut. He's going to have to. I'm just going to have to. Right, Batman, get in the ring, mate. And then we like face off. You know, one of those Rock versus Hulk Hogan face off where they look at the crowd, look back, and then the crowd again. We were like that. And I was calling something to him. I was like, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw a clothesline, duck it. I'm going to come back off the ropes and just stick your arm out, and I will run right into it, and I will sell the hell out of it. I will Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, that stuff. So he bumps me. I go parrying out to the back, and then the battle royal happens, and obviously at this point everyone's chanting Batman.
Yeah.
because I'm out. They know me as the guy. Oh, the guy that's the guy who got hit by Batman. Kill him, Batman. No.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the battle royal happens. I was the last one in. I eliminated the last guy. Started celebrating because I thought I'd won, and then Batman sneaks behind, throws me out, and wins the battle royal. So,
amazing.
Yeah. So it was a great day. There might have been something in the newspaper about that as well. So I'm not sure, but something rings a bell about Batman winning a Rumble in Abergele Carnival. It rings a bell, but like stuff like that is why the Carnival season is just so great because you can wrestle and you can enjoy wrestling, but you can have so much fun with not only your surroundings but different people as well, and you can meet really good people that aren't wrestlers as well. So it's a good experience on a whole. I love it.
Definitely. So you did mention Superstar Pro. So you teamed with Joey Marcus against Made to Last on the debut show. So how did it come around to you work for Superstar, and then tell us a bit about the match?
So David, me, Zach, and Dave Faulkner, we've always been quite sound.
Mm-hmm.
When Dave was just starting out, and I think he was training for the 6-man tag team match that he had at the Grand Central Hall, the Dome in Liverpool. It was him, Pitbull, and somebody else against, I think it was Don Micho, Dave Del Vecchio, and Sonna Durson, the Red Right Hand at the time.
Yes.
It's going back. It was probably maybe 4 years ago now, maybe 3-4 years ago.
I can picture their partner, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah. So and Dave Faulkner came down to the dojo one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, it's the ex-UFC guy. Sick. So he got in and we did a little bit of wrestling. And I was like, I thought, because obviously Dave having like an MMA background, he'd get in and he'd give me a really stiff shot.
Mm.
So there I was, working a little bit of heat on him. I was like, right, give me a few shots, fight up. And literally, mate, some of the best punches I've ever taken in the ring, mate. They were great. And then obviously Dave is wrestling a lot more now too.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Dave, and Zach, we've always been quite sound, and we got in touch with Dave actually about it because as soon as we saw that Superstar Pro was in business, we wanted him.
Yeah,
because it's a great little show. There's some great guys on there.
We're planning to go in next when it starts coming around again.
Yeah, so we got in touch with Dave, and he managed to get us a spot, which is really, shout out to Dave.
Mm.
It was great that he got us on, and the Made to Last lads, lovely lads, great wrestlers, and they're even nicer in person, mate. So the match was great, and obviously we wanted it to go a way where me and Joey would miscommunicate, because you look at that tag team duo with the North Wales Collective not involved.
Yeah,
that's out of the window. Just look at me and Joey as individuals. Joey's a pirate.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell I am. I'm the young dragon. That's what I am. So a young dragon and a pirate. It's just like, it's two completely different personalities. And you just think, how can these coexist?
Definitely.
Let's be honest. The answer, they can't coexist. So we wanted to make sure that the miscommunication was there, and there were times where I would think of an idea, I would make a mistake, and it would be like a banana skin on my own on my own tag team partner.
Yeah.
And it would be like little stuff like that. So we obviously lost that match. And then we go into, when he offers a handshake, I don't take it. And then we get booked in a singles match the next show.
Yes.
And I love that match. I love working with Joey anyway. Like, he's one of the best lads I've worked with, and he's a really good mate of mine as well. Love him to bits. I've actually just worked the match with him in training as well. The Thursday just gone, and it was probably I'd say it was a better match than what we put on at Superstar.
Oh wow!
It was so enjoyable, and it was fantastic, and it was good to actually get in with one of my favorite lads to work a really good match, even though it wasn't on the show. To do that again, that's just great, mate. The singles match at the next show, again, like I said, fantastic match, loved it. Got the win, and I hope that I do more with Superstar Pro in the future, because I have enjoyed my time there. But obviously, if I'm not in the plans, I'm not in the plans. But at least I can say, right, okay, I've done Superstar Pro, and I've had good times doing it, and I've had good matches out of it as well. So you can't really complain, really.
Yeah, that's yeah. I've seen the match against Nate Last. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's on the YouTube channel. If anybody wants to watch it. So. Yeah, you've mentioned you had your match against Isaac North, then you made an appearance or two for WAW.
Yes, yeah. So I think did I have to? Yeah, so it was WAW first. So I got a call off the Britannia promoters now. Well, obviously these shows were meant to be for somebody else, but that person couldn't do them.
Yeah.
So I got the call and they said, "What, do you want to work these shows?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I want to work these shows. This is WAW. Are you mad?"
Yeah.
Like, this is something. It's an opportunity I couldn't pass, because with WAW, I kind of feel like it might be a once in a lifetime thing. Because, well, no, not a once in a lifetime. Once in a while.
Yeah.
Because I do want to do more shows for them, whether it is the camps or an actual show for them. I do want to be involved in some capacity. I need to make sure I go down to Norwich and train with them as well, because all I've heard is good things. But yeah,
some massive shows. I watched their show when they had it at Carrow Road. That was so
massive. That was a massive show. To be fair, that was a massive show. That was a massive ×2 show. The shows that I did were massive.
Yeah.
That was massive. They were huge. So I was down at a camp show in Southport for them the first day. The team was great. They had Sheik Al Sham on there. They had Mitchell Starr on there. Mitchell Starr's a great dude.
Yeah.
Iron Drew Marshall. Drew Marshall's a sound lad as well. Yuan O'Rourke, I've spoken about Yuan. He's a great lad. And Adam Lowe's as well, a fellow North Wales Collective lad. So yeah, that was the team for the first day, and I was in a 6-man tag for a 6-man elimination as well. So I had about 2-3 minutes, I think, the first day.
Yeah.
And I just hit a couple of moves and then missed the moonsault and took a punt kick off Adam.
Yeah.
And he said, "Get your hand up." What did I do? I kept my hand down.
Oh.
Boom. It was my own fault, but it was you know what? Hats off. It was a good kick. Very good kick. But me just being stupid and not putting my hand up. So that was pretty much my first day. And then the lads were travelling from Southport down to Prestatyn anyway that night.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, okay. The lads are there already. Let's just, let's go and let's be friendly with them, because they were good guys. So so the lads had a few drinks that night. I stuck to water I think I was having a major health kick at that time. I wasn't drinking anything, and it was a really funny night. Just all of the lads were just popping me. You know what I mean? With all of their random stuff that they were saying. And then the morning hits, and this is how close the venue was to my house. So the second venue the next day was Pontins in Prestatyn.
Yeah.
That is literally a 5-minute walk from my house.
Oh, wow.
So I actually walked to the venue that day. I grabbed my suitcase and I thought, you know what? It's raining, but let's just take a walk. Let's just, let's go. And got there at the venue and, did the normal stuff, set up the ring and, settling in the back, getting ready and that. And now the Prestatyn show is probably, no, I would say it is my favourite show.
Oh, wow.
That I've ever done. Because Pontins Prestatyn, it's not a small venue. It isn't a small venue. Like, that day there were 500 people in that crowd.
Yeah.
Like, there were, it was one of the biggest crowds I've ever performed in front of. And how they decided to have me in that show was just proper good as well.
Oh,
because
amazing.
So they had me on merch for the first half. They had me on merch for the first half, and then they said, right, in the second match, Yuan's not going to let hold of an ankle lock, and Adam today is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, Adam's my best friend. He's not letting go of the hold. I need to step in. So the footage that I've been sent, he's got him in the ankle lock and he's not letting go. And then there I am. I run from the merch desk all the way to the ring. And obviously he parries out. He does all of that stuff. He goes to the stage. I cut a promo on Yuan. And then I'm like, and then I said something like, you especially do not get away with messing with my best friend in my hometown of Prestatyn. And the place just went absolutely mental. The place went absolutely mental. And then I was like, right, okay, I feel at home now. This is great. So I challenged Yuan to a tag match, for the main event of the show, the last match of the show as well. So, it was me and Drew Marshall against Mitchell Starr and Yuan. And again, I planned a little bit with Yuan and then we went on the fly, really.
Oh, nice.
It was such an enjoyable tag match. And Mitchell Starr's a fantastic worker. The same with Yuan. The same with Drew. They're all really good lads. And then, and I think after that, me and Drew may have signed 200 autograph sheets. Probably took the same amount of photos as well. But I said this to my dad as soon as I got home from it as well. There is something special wrestling in Prestatyn. Like, I don't think anything can get better, because whether it's in Pontins for WAW, whether it's at the Frith for Britannia, or whether it's on the field at the seafront by the football club for the carnivals, I just love wrestling in my hometown. I can't have it. There's just something special about it, mate.
Yeah.
So WAW was a fantastic experience, and I want more from WAW to come. And then Britannia with Isaac in Denby, it was the first Britannia show back.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to get going, because it's new owners, it's a fresh start. We're back in Denby. Denby Town Hall was where I started, really. I remember 6 years ago, nearly 7 years ago now, 2015, we were in Denby for Lethal Intentions 3, and that was when it was Dylan Roberts and Danzig in a Denby death match.
Ooh.
There was Drew Parker and Ethan Silver, the YOLO squad at the time, against Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really stacked card, and that was the first Britannia show that I went to as a trainee. I've been to a couple of Britannia shows before, like when Pitbull was on, when Zach Gibson was on, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it was my first show as a trainee in 2015. So I got there, did the ring, and then I chilled for the show, and then I put the ring down and off I went home. And 6 years later, to actually wrestling there, it again is a special moment for me. It's Definitely. It's the little things in wrestling for me, like wrestling in Prestatyn. It's one of my favourite things to do. Wrestling Denby, where I started. So it was great to wrestle in Denby, and it was great to wrestle Isaac as well. Isaac again. I've not met any bad lads yet.
No.
In wrestling, I've not met any bad people at all. And yeah, Isaac's a great lad.
He's somebody who seems to just, something must have clicked over lockdown. I saw him pre-lockdown. I thought he was all right, but post-lockdown, he's turned into this monster.
To be fair, Isaac's been around for a while.
Yeah,
and to be fair, he should have had the recognition of what he has now ages ago.
Yeah,
but I like what he's doing now. Like,
yeah, something's clicked in it, and it's amazing what he's doing now.
I think what Isaac's doing right now, I don't think I see anyone in the country doing right now. So he stood out, and obviously he's won the Superstar Pro Heavyweight Championship, and he's getting some great gigs at TNT. He's getting around. He's getting on some really good shows. I can't say anything less than he deserves it.
Definitely.
He deserves it. Like, he's He's put in the work character-wise, and his moveset. His moveset's ruthless.
Yeah.
His moveset is absolutely ruthless. So he's doing really well. And to wrestle him in Denby, it was a great experience. Again, obviously I got absolutely clattered because look at Isaac and look at me. Like I'm a midget compared to him.
Yeah, for listeners who haven't seen Isaac North, he's 6'6", 6'7". He's enormous.
Yeah, he's tall. He's very tall. I'm only 5'9".
Yeah.
But yeah, again, and it like I had someone come up to me after the match, and I was like, Jesus Christ, surely you mustn't have enjoyed that, because obviously I got handed a few chops off him. You know, it was, and they were loud as well. But I was like, mate, I told the guy, shut up, because one thing that I love doing in wrestling is putting other people over.
Yeah.
I love it. I just love selling for people. I love that side of it because I don't have to run. I don't have to jump. I don't have to use as much as my energy. I can just sell. Obviously, I love to do that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Love to do that. But one of my favourite things is the art of selling and making somebody else look great. Like, to a certain point, even though, let's go with it. Like Jack Stars in NXT.
Yeah.
I think he does that job really well. I think he makes people look $1 million. And
he's amazing at it.
That's what I kind of want to do. I want to make people look good to that extent.
Now he's kind of getting rewarded for it. There's a current run with Dave Mastiff as well. So it looks like he's going to be a tag team champion in the near future. So,
there's potential for him to do anything. He's a fantastic wrestler. But putting Isaac over was fun. And it's not, hopefully it's not the last time that me and Isaac step into a ring, because I would like to do it again. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Now you've also appeared for Welsh Wrestling.
Welsh Wrestling, yes. Welsh Wrestling, again, a really, really great company to go for. And it was a different experience as well, because I think I've done one show on one weekend for them. So I've done 2 shows for them. And then one show I was on the merch desk, and then one day I was on the merch desk. So my first show that I did for them, I got the call off the Britannia guys again and said, well, there's this show. Do you want to do it? Yeah, great. I was in a 2-on-1 handicap in my first appearance against a guy called Chris Recall. Shout out to Chris. You know, Chris is a great dude again. And again, it was just making Recall look good. It was the 2 rookies against the 1 professional, and he just wipes the floor with us.
Oh, wow.
So again, I enjoyed it because I made somebody look good. But then, fair dues, in the Battle Royal, after that, I got a few clotheslines and a dropkick on Recall, you know, stuff like that. Nearly eliminated him from the Battle Royal, and then got thrown out by Caden Lay. Shout out to Caden Lay, good dude.
He's cool, yeah. I've seen him at All-Star a couple of times. So.
Yeah, he's a great worker. And then the weekend, which was in the summer, I think it was it was around September time, maybe. And I wrestled in Carnarvon in the Gallery Theatre, and that was great because you walk into the gallery, it's a really, really nice building. And then you look at the bar is just unbelievable. Like, I used to work as a bartender. So I'm like, right, okay, fair enough. This bar is very sexy. Do you know what I mean? It was just beautiful, beautiful bar. And then you go into the actual theatre. The theatre's beautiful. And then you go up to the dressing rooms, mate. It was the biggest dressing room I've ever had. Because dressing rooms from independent wrestling is usually either a small corridor or a really cramped room. But I had my own dressing room that day.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, well, Jesus Christ, this is something else. I like this. Let's chill and let's have a really good match. And I did have a good match with Gary Walsh. I had a fantastic match with him. And then the next day we were in Rill at the Caravan site. I think we went to Team Hour and then Golden Sands over the road in Towin.
Yeah.
And that was a funny day. And this was a first for me. The first time ever at a wrestling event have I been able to go and set up a ring, get a pair of swimming shorts on, and go in the caravan park swimming pool for 2 hours, just with the wrestlers, just with the boys, nobody else. They literally closed the pool for 2 hours to let us go in.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
So it was like, so
you ruined your gimmick that you can't swim.
Yeah, say that again.
So you ruined your gimmick that you can't swim.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Mad Dog's gonna kill me. Nah, actually, no, it's out there now. Mad Dog, I got my mile swimming badge when I was 9.
Yeah.
I could swim all along. It was me, Austin. But yeah, so yeah, it was a whole different experience to what independent wrestling stereotypically is to how it was then. You know, my own dressing room, a really good venue to wrestle in on the first night, and then I'm going for a dip in a swimming pool for 2 hours. It's just like to me, it felt a little bit like luxury, mate. To be fair, at that point. But again, the little things in wrestling. It was great to hang about with the lads. So again, Welsh wrestling. Well, I can't say a bad word about them. Welsh wrestling's a fantastic company to work for, and again, hopefully, I get a load more dates up north, maybe in the south of Wales as well. Maybe going down there for a week just to go and do shows down there. It'll be fantastic. But obviously, fingers crossed. Hopefully I'm back there again.
This is Adam Lowe, the cosplay killer, and you're listening to BBG Wrestling.
All right, so you are the young lion. Sorry. So you are the young dragon of the Northwest Collectives. Tell us about the group and how it came together.
Again, you even tricked yourself there into saying young lion. That's how similar. That's how similar I'd like to think the idea of the concept is. So the North Wales Collective, it was quite an unusual beginning, really.
Because when we interviewed Joey, he was kind of hinting at this group, and then Adam was hinting at this group, and it's like,
I don't know really. I just got a message off Zach, like, yeah, boys, I've got this idea. What do you think? I was like, well, yeah, that's quite cool. And then it was just like that. We were like, right, we need a shirt. So we got this like this concept design of like a similar to the Wales rugby shirt, but we obviously we needed to edit it and that and get it a different colour. I think it was a black t-shirt with red stuff on it.
Yeah,
but as well, I think that the origins of like the group, obviously it's me, Gina, Joey Marcus, Ryan Riot, Adam Lowes. And I think that's everyone for now.
Yes,
I think it's just the 5 of us.
That's who's been announced so far.
Yeah, but the reason why that we've started this group is because we're such good mates.
Mm-hmm.
Like in real life, we're such good friends, and to potentially work with each other in unison, a part of the group, like it could just add that little spark to wrestling what we want. Do you know what I mean? So adding that little bit of spark, working with your mates all the time. Well, that's what we hope for anyway. So we did. Obviously, we have to give a little bit of scope to saying, right, we've seen the Northwest Strong, do their stuff, but obviously, none of us are strong style wrestlers.
No.
I'd like to see myself, as a little bit of everything, really. Obviously, people have seen that I can do flips. People have seen that I can hit. People have seen that I can manipulate a body part. Stuff like that. Obviously, it's hard. It's hard to describe our style. Now, Ryan Riot's just an absolute high flyer.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, he can do anything. If he really works on his high flying game, he could be a great high flying wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that none of us are strong style. I think Adam Lowes is probably the nearest that you're going to get to strong style in legitimate wrestling. he's as catch can. He knows his catch wrestling and his jiu-jitsu. Yes. And he's incorporating a lot of his knowledge into our training sessions as well. And we're really enjoying that. We're really enjoying that side of things because we can use that to sharpen up our professional wrestling game too. So we're really enjoying that side of things. It's hard to really describe Joey's style. Yeah. Because his style can be very comedic because of the pirate thing. You know, he's stamping on the foot, he's doing peg legs, he's doing leg drops, he's doing cannonballs, you know, all of that stuff. It's very gimmicky stuff for Joey Marcus, but
I saw when I watched him against Connor Klein at that show, he was a lot more aggressive than I have seen him in the past. And then when he was against RPD at Wrestle Island, it was only a short match, but he was very aggressive, and the crowd were on him. So he still remember him.
He's been. I can't say much for that because all I can say is that I think he has been working on character-wise that side of his persona. But that's all I can say on that. If you have him on again, or if you've discussed it with him in his podcast that he did with you, he has been working on that sort of thing. But I'd like to say that he can do both because he can get over in a flash anywhere if he wanted to. Like Wrestle Island is the perfect place for him as a face. It is the perfect place for him, and he honestly Pete should be all over him. Like Pete should be all over him. Like he's the perfect fit. It's a pirate in an island. Yes, it's a perfect fit. But
it's a perfect fit as a face or as the heel. This is pirates.
Oh yeah. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, but the group was just because we were really good mates, and as well we kind of feel like that. Like the scene in North Wales, we kind of feel like it needs. Let's say that we kind of feel like with the lads that are coming through the system at the North Wales Wrestling Dojo and the lads that are already here now, we kind of feel like we need more eyes on us because we're not bad. Do you know what I mean? Like we're good wrestlers, but the eyes just aren't on us, or less eyes are on us because of obviously COVID and stuff. And we kind of feel like we've been pushed in the shadow a little bit. And the North Wales Collective, we'd like to think that having that identity and being in that group as individuals not only can do us favours as individual wrestlers, but maybe as a group as well. But the main reason for this group is because that we are really good mates and we love pro wrestling. Simple as that.
Definitely. Yeah, because over lockdown, me and Isaac got quite into Britannia, and we got quite into Fusion Pro as well. We watched a lot of it on YouTube. So he went through a phase. He's obsessed with. He's obsessed with Paradox, and I don't know how he found it. But he found a tag team battle royal in Fusion with Paradox in it. I don't know how he found it, but he's 5 and he finds things on YouTube. So but yeah, that's how we just. That's how
incredible. That is new lengths to going and finding wrestling. That's great.
Yeah, so that's how we discovered Fusion Pro. We've really enjoyed watching it.
Again, Fusion Pro. It's a company I've not actually wrestled for in a while. I think the last time I wrestled for them, we're looking 2019.
Yeah,
like we are looking like a long time ago. The last time that I wrestled for them, and again, like it's a nice little show. It's the lads are all good, and they're a good laugh, and we've got some really good guys there. Like we've had Keith and Ryan Myatt, two lads who I just have so much respect for. Like I love Keith. I cut my very first promo on Keith.
Yeah,
and then he came to the dojo probably 2 weeks later, and he had some stuff to say. Let's just put it that way. But Keith and Ryan Myatt, they've had them down. We've had Catman Cage down, Harley Hudson down.
Yes.
We've had, obviously the Paradox lads have been down.
Yeah, I saw Alfie Brooks on the show.
Alfie Brooks, yeah. Pastor Everett Teague.
Yes.
Pastor Everett Teague. He is so underrated.
Yeah, he's got a promo for Wrestle Island, and it says Jinner's going to be there.
Yeah.
On this 20th.
I think he's so underrated, mate. Like I've told him this as well. Like I think his character's really different.
It's fun.
And like I was watching him in the back for the Britannia Rumble. And he cut this banging promo, and then he slides into the ring. He hits like a Blue Thunder slam on Rye Lloyd, and then he hits another move on somebody else. And I'm just like, mate, you're fucking smashing it. You're like, honestly, you're absolutely killing it. So yeah, I think Everett Teague should be more places. And obviously, like you said, the promo at Wrestle Island. I've seen a promo for Bolton Town as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what
I'm looking forward to that. To Jenna versus Andy Knox should be amazing. So,
that should be a class match. That. But
their match at that Wrexham Carnival got my top 10 matches of the year. It's a 10-minute, it's classic. It was really good. So.
But yeah, with Everett Teague, I think he needs to be more places. Obviously, I've been there. Joey Marcus has been there. There's a few other good lads that have been there, but I just can't think of who.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a nice Fusion Pro. It's a nice little show. I'd like to go down there again. I do miss it. Again, fingers crossed I'm down there again.
Definitely. And going forward, have you got like a wish list of opponents you want to face maybe over the next year or so? Or?
Opponents that I want to face: Barry Pewet.
It's that Dave Faulkner.
No, it isn't. It is not Dave Faulkner. It is not. Barry Pewet is an actual. He's a luchador.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from. He might be from Wigan. I'm
Wigan.
not sure.
I think it's Wigan or Preston.
But he never takes his mask off.
No.
Never. Never takes his mask. He understands the art of the mask and the luchador stuff.
Yes.
He understands it. He understands the history behind it. And
I love it. I love his matches.
Fair dues for Barry Pewet. And I've watched him, and he's very entertaining. But let's just say I need a win.
Yes.
I need a win desperately, and I think that Barry Pewet could really help me with that. So,
I love how he climbs to the top rope and then goes too high and then goes down to the bottom rope and then gets a 2 count.
Just like he tries to do a springboard, lands on his head, and then 1, 2, 3. Really, it'd help me out a lot. It'll get a win on the win column, so that's all that matters. Barry Pewet is someone who I would like to face.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to work with Joey Marcus and Adam Lowe's at some point.
Mm-hmm.
As well.
Definitely.
Yes. I would like to work Chase again, actually.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of realistic opponents, really. Because if I say anyone, I'm not going to wrestle anyone from Progress, mate. Not at this moment, anyway.
No.
But I would like, actually, if we're talking about wish list, then yeah, fair enough. I'd like to wrestle Dean Allmark.
Yeah, that's realistic.
I'd like to wrestle Dean. I think that would be one of the best experiences that I think any wrestler in this country can ask for, or in the world.
I've never seen a bad Dean match. So
He's just a master at this stuff, mate. As well, Jonathan Gresham as well. I think at some point down the line, that would be really cool.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be really cool because I've been watching a lot of his Ring of Honor stuff recently. And yeah, he's killing it. I love his style. I just love the pure wrestling stuff that he's doing. Actually, yeah, I'd like to wrestle Dynamite Lee Dawson.
Yes, he's a lot of fun.
yeah. Again, Lee's a good lad. Lee's a really good lad, and he's a great wrestler.
He's so fun. And he can talk.
I'd like to wrestle him at some point. I'm just thinking who else. I don't know, mate. There's just so many. I can't really pick and choose many people because there's so many talented lads in this country. If I got paired with any of them, I'd be happy. Do you know what I mean? I'd be really happy. Actually, I'll throw this name. I'd like to wrestle Dan Evans.
Oh, yeah.
Again, as well. Again, Dan's been there. Dan's been there ever since I started. I had my first wrestling session with Dan.
Yeah.
And I haven't actually wrestled Dan on an actual show. And I would like that very soon.
Yeah, he's great. He's great, though.
Yeah, he's great. I can't really pick and choose. There's just so many guys, really.
Definitely. Yeah. So have you got any dates coming up in the near future you'd like to promote?
Oh, Chris, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing? I've got none.
No, I cut this one out.
I've got none, mate. No, to be fair, I think there is a Britannia show at some point, but I think that's it. That's it, really, at the moment.
There was meant to be a Britannia show on the 19th. I keep getting told, but I can't find it anywhere.
I'll blow a little bit of smoke at my pipe because I was meant to be doing PCW Open Ring the weekend just gone, but the plans just went out the window. So that's it. But yeah, the Britannia dates. Apart from that,
I got told it was on the 19th in Buckley. That's what I've been told, but I can't find any information.
The 19th in Buckley. That is familiar.
Yeah,
that is familiar.
In 10 days, I can't find any information about that.
That is familiar. Yeah. Well, mate, I don't even know myself sometimes. So,
RJ messaged me again. You come to Britannia on the 19th. I wasn't planning to, but I can do.
I haven't been messaged about that date. I have not been messaged.
There's nothing on Britannia anywhere.
so we'll just either way, when Britannia does run a show, I hope I'm on. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, it has been a pretty slow start to the year, really, for wrestling for me personally. And to be fair, I think that's because of I don't know what it is really, mate. It might just be my physique. It might just be how I'm handling myself on social media. It might just be my wrestling style. It could be anything. Obviously, I know I'm not a brilliant wrestler. Do you know what I mean? But I'd like to think that I can do this.
Yes.
I'd like to think that I can do this, but obviously, right now I'm just not getting those dates. So yeah.
I've enjoyed every time I've seen you live. I've really enjoyed what I've seen. So.
Yeah, I don't really message promoters either. So that might be where I'm going wrong. I don't know. I'm speaking to a few people about it, and hopefully things do pick up. Obviously, it's just gone February, and to be fair, I think like the busy times in wrestling anyway is near enough to the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's a busy. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's a busy summer to Halloween. I'm hoping that period is really busy for me, and hopefully the carnivals are back this year as well. As I mentioned, I love them. So hopefully they're back as well. So yeah, hopefully there's a lot more to come this year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, now if somebody's looking for either a face or a heel group to come in, you can come in as a 5 something. Ready-made story, kind of.
Yeah, 100.
Do you want to promote any social media before we go?
Social media at Douggie _MPW on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook is my Facebook page is Douggie Mathews. They're the only ones really. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't do TikTok.
I
just don't do it.
I've only just got an Instagram, so I can't.
I would promote my Snapchat, but it's my personal account, so I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I think that's about it, mate. Yeah, actually, I do have a YouTube channel, but I don't post. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead. You're not going to get any content. So, yeah. Well, I have actually been thinking of posting content on there soon, but I just need to run some ideas through my head and just promos and stuff maybe. Yeah, and matches as well. Actually, matches that I am allowed to post because some promoters are a little bit, well, you can't post this because it's going on this. But, fair enough. I'll just post whatever I can when I can. So YouTube, Facebook, the good old Twitter. Actually, the not so good old Twitter.
No.
And Instagram. Yeah, that's pretty much it, mate.
So I'll put links to everything in the description below the interview. So I've really enjoyed speaking to you today. I'd love to have you on again in the future.
I've enjoyed it as well, mate. Thanks very much for having me again.